Well, I usually tell them the story about we were struggling with whether to send Carter to kindergarten or not, and I kind of stumbled upon Little Scholars, and you suggested having the kindergarten assessment done. And so, as a first time parent, I didn't really know what to expect when I brought him in. And I was really, really shocked because the minute he met Stephanie, he was just as comfortable as he could be. He loved the environment. He was didn't even say goodbye to me. He just ran right out. I wasn't sure how he was going to feel about being left, somewhere for an hour with someone he didn't know, and he was just so comfortable instantly. And so at the end of that hour, came back and picked him up, and he was so excited, just so happy to tell me all the things that he had done. And it was in that moment that I knew that we had found a partner for a long, long time through our educational, process and what we were going to be doing over the next several years with the kids as they went into school. And it was just a really comforting thing to know that there was a resource. As a first-time parent, I didn't know that there were these resources out there for that kind of thing. And so it was just a really good feeling. So I usually tell people that story when people ask me about Little Scholars. And then when I think about words that describe Little Scholars, I always think of organic. I think authentic are words that pop into my mind because I really feel like that Little Scholars concentrates on the whole child, and that it's not something, it's a business, but it doesn't feel like a business. It's just people that are passionate about children and about education, and that's just been a really great thing for us. For me personally, I think, knowledge is power. And I feel like that, we're just starting on our educational journey, so to speak. Carter just is in kindergarten this year. So for us, it's just been knowing the things that came out of his kindergarten assessment. It was the confidence in knowing that waiting a year to send him to kindergarten was the right thing to do. It's been a great decision for us. We've had a really successful kindergarten year, and I don't think we would have had that last year. And I think knowing from the feedback that we got, that has really been great. And I think too, I think every parent wants to do the right thing for their child and feel like they're giving them the best opportunity and the best shot in life. And especially as a working parent where you're not able to be at the school as much or to be as integrated day to day or week to week in what's happening at school. I also like knowing that Little Scholars is, because the programs are in the schools, and I feel like that you all really get to know the administrators and the teachers and the kids, and there's just a confidence level that comes along with that, and knowing that you really have your finger on the pulse of what's going on, and that's just a great thing, especially for a working parent who's not able to be there every day. I think that at this point, Carter doesn't even know that the benefits that he's gotten have come from Little Scholars. Like, I think about Matman. He has no idea that Little Scholars brought him Matman, but he loves it so much. And it's been great, even for our younger child, to be able to teach him, starting with that. The paper that we write stories on, he has no idea that that's something that came out of a conversation, that I had with Stephanie, and it's just been great to know that. And I think that it's just really exciting for me to think this is going to be the first summer that we'll have the opportunity to do a summer camp, and we're going to do some tutoring and things like that. So I think he'll start to learn and know what those benefits are, but just he's benefited because I've benefited at this point, and I know things to work with him on and resources that are fun for him and ways to make things good for him and important for him. And he's getting that love of learning, but not because he he knows he's supposed to know it. It's just happening, and that's been great.
Good.
Yeah, to me, I think the thing that sets Little Scholars apart is just there's an individualized approach. I can see just from looking at the summer programs and looking at the types of things that Little Scholars offers, there you really take what's needed for individualized children and you're able to do that. There's the difference between the way that boys learn and the way that girls learn, and you can just see in your programs that's something that's, it may be offered other places, but it's not offered in the same way. And it goes back to that organic, authentic, you just really want each child to succeed, and that just permeates everything that you all put out and that is there for people to choose from.